friends of 22-year-old crime prevention Warden Chesnay Keppler gathered at the memorial service in Eldorado Park in Johannesburg. Keppler was gunned down allegedly by her 42-year-old police officer boyfriend on the day of Goodwill. Keppler was allegedly accosted by her constable boyfriend at her friend's home on the 26th of December. According to the Independent Police Investigative Directorate, several shots were fired through the window, hitting Keppler. The suspect then allegedly shot himself to evade arrest. The accused was due to appear at the Protea Magistrates Court this week, but the matter was postponed to the 6th of January as he was still in hospital under police guard. SABC News reporter Lerato Makola has more for us on this story.
The family is devastated, and the community members here in Eldorado Park are still shocked. While Chesnay's friends, families, and her colleagues, they've described her as someone who was kind, loving. They've described her as a dedicated young woman who loved her job. And Gauteng acting premier Lebogang Maile also encouraged men in the country to be at the forefront in fighting gender-based violence. But he's right here with me to tell us more about that. Thank you so much for your time, acting premier. Well, you've encouraged men to be at the forefront in fighting gender-based violence, and you even mentioned that you'll be joining them on Monday when they go to court. Please tell us more about that.
Yes, certainly. There are a lot of acts of violence against women and children, and we know that gender-based violence and femicide, we've characterized it as a third pandemic after HIV/AIDS and after COVID-19, but it's a pandemic that refuses to go away, and that's why we're saying men in their large numbers. Of course, it's the responsibility of everyone in society, but in the main, it must be men, and we know that there is violence directed to men as well in certain instances, but it's not as rife and out of control as it happens to women, so that we are not accused of looking away from those who are abusing men. We are also concerned and we also condemn everyone who abuses, but in this instance we would like men in their large numbers to come out, and that's why we said we will not just want to talk about it, we'll also join the court on Monday to mobilize men in their numbers to come out and say there must be no bail for this perpetrator, and to say that not in our name, and that as men we will work hard to fight against the scourge of gender-based violence, and we will want to rid our society crime and make sure that it becomes a safe society where women can walk freely without fear, without being intimidated, without being scared, and they can go anywhere, anytime. And that's the kind of society we would want to see.